once we open our hearts, we open ourselves to true guidance from our soul. Love is the portal. When you really just allow your heart to be open, love will truly change your whole reality. You will see things that you've never seen before. You will feel things you've never seen before. You will travel to places that your soul has been calling you to go, right? When your heart is open, your soul is also clear. You can listen clearly, you know? You're not thinking, you're feeling. And that's what we're here to do. It's to train us to go back to feeling with our heart and our gut, and not just with our eyes and with our mind. That's the problem now, is with social media and with all these things. They keep feeding us imagery and keep feeding us ideas and, visions of things that make us feel like our reality, or the world, that the life that we have, isn't enough for us. And it's nothing wrong with wanting more, but I feel like after a while, you have to just love where you are, and that love that you have within you will manifest to more abundance, right? Hello, beautiful souls. Currently out here radiating in the sun, breathing the sun, eating the sun, living the sun. Let me turn this down a little bit. Today I decided to wear all white. Purity, pure energy, pure vibes, connection. Oh my gosh, I keep burning myself. Let me move this incense. Oh my gosh. Connection, connectivity, and cleansing, right? White is clear. White is open, is connected. So, and then, like I said, I was watching A Wrinkle in Time, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many revelations. And I read the book when I was a kid. I love reading, and I didn't really grasp the book when I was a kid. It was a lot to understand, but now I understood it. It was so great. But before I go into that, the biggest message I got from the book was love is a portal. And that's what I'm talking about today, is that love is a portal. Love is the portal. Love is the ultimate portal of, going into new realities, or just going deeper into the universes within yourself, or just, connecting beyond the 3D world, or even connecting to another being on the 3D dimension, right? Like, love really is that universal language. But I'm gonna play this one song. Nice. Just bringing in the love. So when you allow love to be your motivation, your purpose, the divine energy that flows through you, then you allow clarity, right? I feel like love is clear when you're really connected to true love, and not love on a material sense, or love in, a dimension of exchange or neediness, but really pure love. And pure love really is from self, right? You have to really love yourself before you can love anyone. So the thing is, I'm not here to teach you how to manifest. I feel like we naturally will like I said before, aligned to specific realities by living in the purity of our heart. It's not about just material things. And the thing with society now is we are so caught on manifesting only material things. But what if you manifested, health, wellness, love for you, for the world, for your family, for your friends, for your community? Like, that's what it's about. It's more than just manifesting for, material gain. It's universal. It's cosmic. Look at the incense too. Look at that. Thank you, ancestors. Yes. It's deeper than that. So for me, I'm realizing like love is the portal, and you really just do everything with an open heart and fullness, with love, then it just prospers. That's with anything, right? When people bring their dreams to reality, or they start figuring out what their purpose is, it's because their heart is open and the love is flowing through them with ease. So when love is flowing through you, it's no choice but everything to align, because that's what we all are. We're all beings of love. We are all beings of love. It's not about the material things. We have to take it back. Like for me, I thought I wanted to go to London. I thought I wanted to go, and I still do feel like London is for me, just not at this moment. I feel like there's more things that I could learn in Mother Nature at the moment. There's more things that I can learn about myself, about my ancestors, that I'm ready to discover. And it's not going to feed me being in a city. And I was just saying that being in the city isn't going to feed me. It's going to drain me. And if we're being real, that's what cities are built to do. They're energy centers or circuits that drain you. And when everybody's just working, and it's like, what if I wasn't here to work? What if I wasn't here to work? Or what if work was different, right? And really, work was really just love. And that's what I want to do. It's not just about the material things for me anymore. It really isn't. And get me wrong, I have a great collection of things, and even then I'm still letting them go. I like to look good, but I'm not caught in that being my whole purpose. You know what I mean? It's so much more to me than the surface. Ooh, bitch, I'm spitting. Yes, it's not my purpose, because it's so much more than the surface, truly. But yeah, love is the portal. When you really just allow your heart to be open, love will truly change your whole reality. You will see things that you've never seen before. You will feel things you've never seen before. You will travel to places that your soul has been calling you to go, right? When your heart is open, your soul is also clear. You can listen clearly, You're not thinking, you're feeling. And that's what we're here to do. It's to train us to go back to feeling with our heart and our gut, and not just with our eyes and with our mind. That's the problem now, is with social media and with all these things. They keep feeding us imagery and keep feeding us ideas and visions of things that make us feel like our reality, or the world, that the life that we have, isn't enough for us. And it's nothing wrong with wanting more, but I feel like after a while you have to just love where you are, and that love that you have within you will manifest to more abundance, right? It's not about continuously, because it's like, you see rich people or famous people, and they just continue to acquire more and more and more. Like nothing ever feels like it's good enough. They never become more satisfied with what they have or where they are, or, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about. It's because they're not moving out of love. They're moving out of greed, in a way. Not all the time, but majority of the time people are moving out of greed. People are moving out of just a competition, or not true soul calling. Like, I want everybody actually to go watch Left Eyes documentary in which she went to Honduras. That documentary actually changed my life, because that made me realize, I feel like that was what inspired me to go to Brazil even more last year. I'm literally bit up out here by these mosquitoes, but it's okay. But that video definitely, that's why I had this right here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, they're attacking me. They're attacking me. But yeah, so that film was so beautiful. It was so eye-opening. It just made you realize, like, you know, she's a huge successful artist, been all around the world creating, and the freest she felt was in the jungle, was with nature. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's how I feel too. Is like, I've been a lot of places, I've been in a lot of rooms, I've met a lot of celebrities, and it still don't mean shit to me. Like, the highlight of my existence isn't meeting others. It's meeting myself. You know, that's the highlight for me, is to continue to meet deeper parts of myself, of my soul, of my vessel as well, right? To find the deeper knowings of love. You know, that's what it is about. It's deeper than just being in spaces and places. Like, that's what I felt like. You know, I've been in parties and shit. I'm like, that's all it's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. And when the time is right, I'll be there and I'll be happy, I guess. You know, I will. I'll be satisfied. But I don't know what, I feel like it's important for me to know where true success for myself comes from, and also what content, how I feel, like what that would feel like for me, beyond just the money and being seen and the notoriety and all that. I have to know what fulfillment feels like for me. And I feel like that's what Source and God and Spirit and ancestors are, my highest self, are teaching me now. So when I do get into stardom, right? Because stardom is different than fame. I've seen a video on that. And stardom is like what you were destined for. And I feel like I was destined to be a star. I always felt like I was a star since a kid. Like, I've always been very multi-talented, very outgoing at times. I won't say all the time, but I can really, when I want to, be in the spotlight, but also know when to chill. So I think that's the beautiful duality of me. But yeah, stardom is different, and I feel like I was always destined to be a star, because it's always been who I am, and I've never expected others to see me. There was a time, I mean, we all kind of lose ourselves in high school and stuff, so there was a time where I felt the need of validation, but it's like I was still seen for who I was and who I am, because I always still pursued my gifts. I always did chorus, I always danced, I always did track, I always did fashion. Like, these were, you know, parts of me that I couldn't not express myself in. And just my whole aura, right? But it's like I said, even with that, even with my gifts, it's the love. The love is fueling the gift. The passion is fueling the gift. And it's important to have that and to know that deeply before I go into spaces and places where a lot of people have lost that part of themselves. You know, and that's one thing I actually learned a lot about when I was living in New York. Is like, people are in places and spaces just because they kind of have to be, and because, you know, this is what their life is, but not because they really love it, and not because they really want to do it. A lot of people lose the love of what they're here to do, and I feel like Source has to remind me of why I'm here, living, breathing, existing beyond the material things. You know, like I said before, even beyond the art. Like, art is a conduit of our purpose in a way, but it isn't the reason why we're here. It's a part of it. It's a conduit. It's our expression. But it's important to know on a deeper scale beyond that why you are here, why you feel alive, because you can't feel alive chasing this ladder of success. You can't feel alive, you know, constantly needing a dopamine rush. You know what I mean? And I feel like there was times in my life that I really was chasing it. And being back home really taught me to slow down and listen. And that's my next video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, listening, letting go to listen. That's what the next video is, so stay tuned. But for this one, it's really just about love. Oh my gosh, I just got bit up. I have like 5 mosquito bites on my back. It's crazy work. That's crazy. But allowing love to be your purpose. It is our purpose. We're all here. The divine source, God, creator, we're all here to be embodiments of love in our own shapes and ways and forms. And when you really just live in that energy of love, the magic really appears. The magic is already here. That's why I love being with kids, because the love is so potent in them. So the magic is also potent. And the magic and love go hand in hand, right? When you are really flowing in love, you just attract. You live in just attraction. You have to let go of the fear and let go of the cloudiness and the distortion that isn't even you. But when you are in that love, the most magical things happen. But you have to love yourself first. And that's the thing, is we aren't really taught how to properly love ourselves so we can love others in a healthy way, and to love life in a healthy way. A lot of things that we love are distractions. A lot of people we love are distractions. A lot of things that we, you know, are connected to are not for our highest good, you know, because that's how society has created things to kind of distort the vision, to distort the clarity, because they know how powerful we are. It's time for us to know how powerful we are. The magic really is within us. We are so magical. And as a kid, we see it so clearly. And then we go to school, and these systems that are prison-like, that take, you know, strip all those ideals out of us, that make us very three-dimensional. You know what I mean? And out of control of ourselves. And we just kind of allow our realities to control us. And that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Our emotions control our reality. Our emotions create our reality. When we are living in higher, you know, loving energies, emotions, vibrations, then we are living within our purpose and our divine plan and divine orchestration that has already been ordained to us. And at any time we can always change it, but I feel like that's the beautiful thing of life, right? In every decision you are altering reality. So you always want to live, breathe, you know, with love. Because when you're not, right? Like, let's say you go to college and you study, you know, to get a degree that your parents tell you to, but you don't really love it. Now you're just doing what your parents, you're just living a life of stability, you know, or not even, I don't want to just say stability, but dang, what is the word? So then you just live the life, the system. It's a certain word I'm trying to think of. It's not coming to me right now, but you just do what you know instead of doing what's the unknown, right? And I feel like that's another part of love being the portal, is love is the unknown. You know, the unknown is the portal. Not knowing, not having all these plans, and just trusting. That divine trust. The unknown is magical. I don't know what, like I said before, I don't know what I'm doing. I know what needs to be done. I know what my spirit is calling me to go, to do, to be. But I don't know what I'm doing completely, and I feel like that's the magic in it. But I know where my heart is leading me to. And if I'm leading with my heart, then I trust it. Because I know that the heart is the most magical thing within us. My heart is my portal to the divine, to the universe, to the sun, to the moon, to the planets, to the stars, to the earth, to other living beings. So I'm gonna always follow my heart and not follow what people are telling me, because most people aren't even connected to their heart. A lot of people have gotten disconnected from their heart. And that's what happens when we live in these societies. Like when we were living in tribal villages, we didn't use money. It was about bartering. We need to bring bartering back. Community, exchange. Because that was the real value, is out of love. Oh, I made this from my heart. I do these things, I do these services out of love. I create these things out of love. And then I exchange it with you, and it has a lot more, it's an energy exchange. It has a lot more feeling and connectivity to one another. But now when we just buy everything with money, that's why everything is mass produced. It's all about the money. It's not about the care and the quality of how things are, how they're produced, how they're made, if they're ethically made. It's just about things being affordable and cheap. And that's not what we're here to do. You know what I mean? Or feel. So yeah. Love is the portal. When you allow love to flow through you in every single second, and I know that may not be easy, but when you truly just live in that divine energy of love, of infinite love, then you are one with Source, with God, with the Creator, and everything just flows. And you will be in alignment more than you would ever realize. It's not about knowing the how and the what. It's just about doing from the heart. Let go of the how. How am I going to do this? How? Trust that you already have what you need. Trust that you already are provided for. Like me, I've just been out here and I took a nap, and sorry, I'm checking my phone, but I was sleeping. Oh my gosh, it's my 5th time burning myself today. It's crazy. And this man just come out here and brought me a water. He saw me sleeping, and I was like, oh, that was very kind. Like, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, this man is walking up towards me. I don't know what the hell. And then he was like, oh, I saw you out here in the sun, and that's beautiful. That's love. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. That's what being in that loving energy is. You just attract more and more of that into your life. And then you will be able also to decipher what love is and what love is not. And you will know more clearly what feels like love and what that feels like to you, right? And what doesn't feel good. I'm trying to get out of saying good and bad, but you will know what true love feels like and what fake love feels like. And you will know when people are living through their heart, and their interactions and exchanges with you are out of their heart space, and when they're not. And when you do, then you will only put yourself in environments and spaces out of real loving energy. And you will be able to attract more people like you, be able to attract your soul tribe more easily. That's what I'm saying. Love is the portal to ultimate growth. Love is the portal to your most divine, highest self. But it really does start with you. You have to love yourself before you can love others. And love all parts of you. And that was another message out of the movie from Wrinkle in Time, was loving the darkness of you, loving your faults, right? Getting to the depths of yourself, the parts that you don't really love the most, and loving those too. Because when you do, then you will love and accept everyone. Because you realize that we are all just souls for here, remembering why we came here. You know what I mean? And you won't have judgment towards others or yourself. Because you're not, like I've said, it's not about suffering or punishment or being mad at the world. It's accepting it for what it is and learning from your experiences and allowing every experience and thinking about how every experience is love, is a loving experience, because it's just aligning you more and more to why you are here, to what you need to know, to learn deeper about yourself, to learn deeper about existence, to learn deeper about, your environment. And I feel like that's what, for me personally, April was about. I was in so many places and spaces, child, so I'm like, I ain't doing nothing this May. I ain't doing nothing until I leave. Because I realize where loving energy lives within my environment and community and where it doesn't. And I've also just realized I love being in nature more than anything at this moment. And when I'm around people, I'm sensitive. My energy is sensitive. I pick up on others' energies very quickly. And I'm not one to fake it either, so it kind of gets hard to be in a space and place where, like, the energy isn't vibrating out of love, personally. And that was all a part of it, though. The experiences taught me what I need to know, so I'm not mad. I'm grateful, because those were all still loving experiences. It taught me how to love myself more and to value my presence more, and not just be everywhere because I was invited, and not just be with people that I know because I've known them for a long time. Like, it's more than that. It's more than just being in places because of others. I have to choose myself. I have to choose what feels good to me. And knowing what love is for me is taking me to places I've never been, right? Because I'm choosing to see the love, the portal, and opening my heart up to the unknown and trusting in it. So, and love really flows through me. That's people tell me, oh, the divine feminine energy. And I'm like, wow, like, it's beautiful that people can see that within me. But what that really is the love in me. It's the love and the nurturing and that's really what it is. The love and the nurturing, the knowing, the truth, the creativity. That is what that divine feminine energy is. And I've allowed myself to be a very easy channel over this year of celibacy. And I that's another video too, because y'all, I've learned a lot from being celibate. But it's just beautiful. Once we open our hearts, we open ourselves to true guidance from our soul. We no longer question. I'm not questioning anything anymore. You allow every experience and every moment to be a representation of love and what you need to know. to get you closer to the divine love. Like, I know that the divine love, you know, that flows through me is going to attract the divine loving partner, friendships, relationships, you know, opportunities that are really for me. Not just things that I want out of a material desire, but what my soul and my heart is urging and desiring for me. So that's why I'm really just in a very content space within myself, because it's like I'm receiving. I'm living in the energy of receiving. And that's all I have to do. The law of attraction is real. Receiving is real. You can just attract anything by truly resonating and living in the frequency and energy of it. So allow love to be the portal for you. Love more parts of yourself. Love more parts of your life. Understand that love is the ultimate teacher in every experience, even if you don't understand it yet or isn't clear to you yet. But it's all just teaching you more about either loving yourself, loving your environment, loving your family, loving your, you know, the earth. Just love. It's infinite. And every experience is teaching you that. Because every experience is beautiful. Even the ones that hurt. Because there's even love in the pain. There's even love in the pain. Yeah. I just came to share some gems today. Love is the portal. And when your heart is so full and so open, the magic really appears. The wind feels so good. So choose to be loving today, even in environments where people may be sending you mixed energy or, you know, lower energies. You transmute it into love. And that's one thing I'm always reminding myself is I don't have to return energy back to people. I can transmute it into love, because that's what my soul does. We don't go down, we don't go low because others go low. We bring them up higher. You know what I mean? We bring them up to the infinite, divine, loving energy for them to see it within themselves. Because really, you know, all of those energies, jealousy, shame, guilt, all of those, envy, those are just distorted versions of what love looks like. Distorted emotions, distorted energies, right? Emotions are energies, emotions. So they're distorted energies where the love is coming out, and they don't know how to express it properly. So they're allowing the love within them to be distorted in that way, because they're just open to that, to the lower vibration, you know. But when you show them how infinite love is, how magical it feels, and when you give that to them, even because really those people need it most. When you are the example of love in every room, in every environment, then you just raising everybody up. You changing the whole atmosphere. And that's what I do when I come to this. I change the whole atmosphere, because that's what we're supposed to do. And everybody serves their purpose. Everybody has a purpose, their soul in this lifetime, and everybody's isn't going to be the most beautiful. Some people have karmic ties and all that stuff, but I feel at the end of the day, you can fight all that stuff through love. We can all get back to our truest calling, which is love. So it's just all about your choice and choosing. Like I've said before, it's free will. in how you choose to perceive life and how you choose to perceive yourself. Because how you see yourself is how you see others. Everybody's a reflection. So when you really love yourself, you really love others. And that's how I feel. Like, I remember being at work and this girl would be like, oh, she don't like me, she don't like me. I'm like, I've never said that. Certain people, I may not resonate with you, but I don't not like anybody. Because I still see, there's a part of you in me, right? Even when people are insecure, they're reflecting parts of myself that I have overcome. But I understand them because I've been there, and I can only give them love because that's what they need the most, right? So I can go all day, you know me, but I'm gonna stop it here and just remind everyone that love is the portal. The love within you is the love within everything. And when you open your heart up, you can do anything. You can go anywhere. You will feel the freest and magical. Everything is magical when you are living in love. So, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. I'm done saying. Also, I'm learning my Rastafari people because the English language is tricky, so you must watch our language. But yeah.